Yeah, so I'll start off with the one that's kind of front and center for the California MBA and those that are supporting the California MBA, and that's the Assembly Bill AB 801, which has to do with the CRA, the Community Reinvestment Act, as you were talking about. And the reason why I want to bring this one up first, front and center, it's very close to us. It's all near and dear that we have to support, the entire ecosystem and everybody that wants a mortgage, regardless of where they are, regardless of how much money they make. If they have the ability to become, or if they are credit qualifying for a loan, we need to support them, right? But one thing is really important that you mentioned, Jeremy, when you're in your opening remarks is federal legislation and regulation and policy in state. And sometimes what I've been noticing is that there's a fine line between those two crossing over. And when those two cross over, I see Sasha shaking her head. She knows from her world at Zactus, as well as her partners and the lending community. When those two cross over, it creates mayhem internally for the lenders and the solution providers, and then for the consumer. So specifically, CRA AB 801 in the state of California, the attempt is to create CRA Community Reinvestment Acts for IMBs. But what's really interesting about that is if we look at that bill specifically, IMBs don't take deposits, right? So CRA was really meant on the federal level to be focused at those that take deposits. And this would be it would have been an added DFPI, which is the California state's department that oversees mortgage lending in the state of California. It would have been their oversight to review. Now, what I found fascinating once we dug through this bill, and I will say that this is a 2-year bill. So because it didn't work in 2025, that means that it's going to come back up, and it will be back in 2026 when the time arises, when session opens up. But the CRA model simply doesn't align with how IMBs operate, because it adds that additional level of complexity and overlay to what is already there for the federal CRA bill. And then when you kind of dig through and look at the data, IMBs already provide the majority of credit to unserved communities without the CRA mandate being there, right? Without that bill being enforced by the state of California. 84% of California loans that were made to LMI, low to moderate income borrowers, 84% were originated from IMBs.